Alright folks, this is my Kaylee 7 here. I'm just about to get on to Highway 421. Headed towards Greensboro and Highway 40 so that I can make a left at Albuquerque and meet the guys over at Hickory Harley-Davidson. I got a full tank of gas. I had my Monster Energy tea. The bike is running all right, as far as I know. I've got on my music over my phone, so I don't know if this is recording it or not. It's an interesting question, actually. Is my video recording my music over my headset? I don't know. If it is, then you can enjoy the dulcet tones of InXS from the 1980s. And if not, I'll just start talking as I ride along here. And I have found 6th gear. "32 minutes to Greensboro." Okay, so let's do you a catch up. How about that? Let's do a catch up video. Not a catch up video, but a catch up video. A recap of sorts. When last you saw me, I was going toward work and I had an engine light come on. Immediately went to Harley, as you may have noticed, and the guy said it was a code, blah, 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 blah. And so he, you know, did some magical wand thing, and so now the code is gone, and everything's been fine ever since. I probably put about 250 miles on the bike, at least, since then. So, yay. The fans are still working. I tested them out this morning as I was riding along here. I pulled to the gas station just now back there and let the bike kind of idle for a couple of seconds, and I heard the fans come on and I said, woohoo! Alright, good. So that's a nice thing. And the bike's been fine ever since. No oil problems, no nothing. So I'm relieved. And I was unable to attend the Lords of Summer Georgia on My Mind tour, heartbreakingly, because just a couple of days before I was supposed to leave, my girlfriend found a lump on Siona, my 6.5-year-old Scottish Terrier female. Poor little Siona. She has a little lump, or had a little lump on her left leg that she was licking at real bad, and the other dogs were sniffing at it, and she was barking at them and snarling and all. It didn't hurt her when I touched it. She didn't react, you know, like it hurt her. So I called the vet, made an appointment next day, take her in. He looks at it, he says, yeah, that's got to come out. And the day before I was supposed to leave for the trip was when her surgery was going to be. And it cost $1,000, which is, you know, if not all, perhaps more than the budget that I had planned on for the Georgia on My Mind tour, because I was going to do Georgia, and I was going to go up to Wisconsin and go across over to Michigan and then Canada. It was going to be epic, but that's all now canceled because I had to save my doggy. Those of you who have known me for a long time may recall that in 2009, I think it was 9. My dog Tessie had a sore on her nose that she had on there for several months. And so finally I decided, this is not going away, let me take her in. And they said, oh, it's cancer, and it's so big now and so deep in her that we'll have to take her whole snout. I'm like, I'm not doing that. Take the dog's snout and have the dog live without a frickin' snout. And then they were doing feeling her up to make sure her glands are all right or whatever, and the cancer had spread all through her body. So I kept her until I knew she was in pain and suffering, and then my plan was to, have her put down, which is a freaking nightmare. So I'm giving her extra food and giving her extra love and all that at home. And I had another dog, Pally, that I had bought when I was in Hawaii with my wife, and Pally was a great old little boy there. He was like 8 years old. Tessie was like 4.5. And we were feeding beef rib bones to the dogs because we were under the impression you never give chicken bones to a dog, and so we didn't. But beef rib bone we thought would be all right. So Pally eats like 2 of them, and I get up the next morning. The way I woke up was my wife came in and she said, Pally's making a noise. So I went into the dog room, and he had puked everywhere, and he was standing there looking at me like, please help me. And he had puked up shards of bone that looked like fish hooks. Absolutely terrified me, and he was in a lot of pain. So I immediately rushed him to the emergency vet. They checked him out. They said, yeah, he's got this stuff that could, perforate his colon and kill him, so we have to operate. $4,000 to operate on him, and he went septic and died. And then 2 days later, my Tessie, she started having the real serious pain, so I had to bring her in to put her down. So I lost 2 of my beloved doggies within a 3-day weekend back in 2009. It was right around this time of year, actually. So when Siona had a lump, I did not hesitate. I brought her right in immediately. I'll do whatever I can to keep that from ever happening again. So there was really no choice. I gave up my trip. But then here's the really nice part. When I told Jay and Mark that I wasn't going to be able to make it, I did offer them the opportunity, if they wanted to come to my house, stay with me, and we could do rides around my area. The same way that, Jay and I were planning on going out to see Mark and riding around his area. So they decided, yeah. So Jay rode down to Mark and rode around with him, had a great time. And right now, they are riding toward me, and I am riding toward them. We're going to meet up at Hickory, North Carolina, at a place called the Blue Ridge Harley-Davidson. And there we will, joke and all that. Apparently they're calling me Mike Cayley Root Beer 7 or something like that. Mike Cayley 7 of the root beer. And whenever somebody makes an unexpected move, they call it the root beer maneuver. Something like that. That's funny as hell. Because of that day in on the border of Ohio and West Virginia, when I saw that root beer stand, and immediately took it upon myself to make a U-turn in front of poor Mark. Almost hit him. The whole time I'm going, sorry, sorry, sorry. Oh God. You never know what the hell's going to happen with me. Not the best of ideas. So this is Mike Cayley 7 giving you an update. You'll be seeing more from the road. You probably have already seen a couple of my little videos I shoot with my phone. And I hope you enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Stay safe out there. To all my hootenanny brethren around the country, stay safe, and I wish you all well, and I'll talk to you later.